Hi, my name is Chris Turner. I'm the Director of Lean Training for Radical Transformation. I designed and developed all of the training courses on this website. How was I able to do this? Well, it's based on almost 30 years of experience in the continuous process improvement field, working with client companies over that period of time and finding out what works and what didn't work, and then taking all of the best experiences and the best knowledge over that period of time and then applying it into the training that is on this website. Now, I've developed a system called the 10 Steps to Become a Lean Enterprise, and this is following a 10-step model of application of how to get the best bang for the buck for any organization. And I can guarantee you that if you use this system, you are going to see improvements, providing that you follow the steps and apply the principles that I outline in this training. I've used it with many companies and I've seen the results of it. And I'll stake my professional integrity on that. I can guarantee you that it does work because I've seen it work, and so have my clients. I've brought together all of this experience and put it together in 3 different levels of training. And what I'd like to do at the moment now is show you a short demonstration video of the training system, both how to get into it and how to navigate through the training system once you've purchased the training. Now, this is a great opportunity to see what's available, and I guarantee that I try to over-deliver every time I put a course together. So I think it's good value for money, and I hope that you would think that, because if anybody thinks for 1 minute that they're not getting value for money, I don't want them to buy my courses. I only want people to buy the course if they think it's valuable to them. So take a look at the demonstration, see what you think, and I'll see you on the other side. Hi, I want to welcome you to this short presentation about the Lean Certification Online website. Let me open a browser and we'll go to the website, and then we'll talk about how to get into the website. Obviously, we are in the home page here. This is the page that everybody sees when they first come onto the site, assuming they come through that connection or link through to the home page. The navigation bar is very easy to go through. You are probably already have an account and you've gone through this process, but I'm just confirming what it will be like if you purchase any of the training and what the training actually looks like. So what a member does is basically they log in to the member login button, and then they would enter their username and their password. And what that does, it takes you to the training level that you have purchased. So if I've purchased a level 1 training, which is Lean Awareness, then all I'm going to do is get access to that. The permissions will only allow me to go to that. The level 2 Lean Practitioner, if I purchase that, then it will actually give you a default to that page. And if you purchase the level 3 Lean Expert, then it will only give you access to that. Now, in the Lean Expert level, you see the 3 different levels. Obviously, if you were in the Lean Practitioner side, you would only see the 2 levels, and if you're in the Lean Awareness, you would only get to see level 1. You wouldn't see level 2 or level 3 because you wouldn't have access to that. So that's giving you an idea of what this initial page is like. There's information on here that's guiding you through the process in terms of how to use this, but it's relatively simple. It's just a series of links. We've got access to the free training, which is part of the free account, and the reason we put it here is so you don't have to keep opening multiple windows. It's all in one place, and if I click on this, it opens a new window, and I get to go to the free training and I get access to all of that. And it's always cool to keep coming back in here and checking this, because we're adding new stuff all the time, and as we create these videos or we find the information, we put it in here, and then people can come and take a look at them. So to get back to the original window, as I said, it's here. It didn't move. I opened a new window, And if I want to go to the Lean Glossary, again, it opens up in a new window. The Lean Glossary comes up. I can scroll through, find the word that I'm looking for. Okay, bottleneck. It's an activity or process that restricts flow or limits capacity. Also see constraint. And I can go to something else. Histogram. Oh, it's a specialized type of bar chart, and so on. And it even gives you the step that it would appear in the training. So this is why this is a very good thing to have, is the glossary, because it gives you all of the meanings for the different words, particularly with some of the Japanese terms. So that's why we put the glossary in there. It's a necessary part of the training. Now what I'm going to do here is show you what's involved in the level 1 training. This is our beginner's training, where somebody that doesn't really have an in-depth background of or understands Lean principles, then they would start with this level of training, because it gives you an overview of what Lean is about. Again, you've got access to the free training website, you've got the Lean Glossary here, and then you've got an introduction to the Lean Awareness course that I actually put together to give you some heads up about what's coming and what you're going to be involved in. The actual Lean Awareness training, click on this link, and then that opens a window. And what that window brings up is a video. And what you can do is you can actually click on full size. It actually expands the size of the video. You can go to the smaller size. And if you click on this play symbol, it actually plays the video. Now there's a unique thing about the way that this system works. When you actually start the video, you'll see there's a table of contents, and it will come in and out as I mouse over the video. So let me explain. What happens is this is the video. It's now starting. I'm going to actually mouse over it, and you can see it actually let me just pause that. What happens is this table of contents actually allows you to mouse through the different levels of the training, and you can open the different windows up. So you can do that with the table of contents. Now when I click on the white space, it goes back to the video, and then I mouse over it again and the table of contents appears. Now if I choose to, I can actually keep that table of contents there by clicking this pin. It actually pins it in place, and it will stay there now, so it won't actually move. So I can actually play this, and even if I mouse over it, it doesn't disappear. There's also a volume control. There's a time which shows you the amount of time that you've played the video and that's left to be played, total time for the video. There's also, if you choose to, you can actually expand it out to the full screen, and then all you need to do is hit escape and you come back to where you started. Now let's go to the smaller size. Below the video, you'll actually see that a tab called Attachments, and what these are the workbooks or the support documents for any particular training course or training module. In this particular course, you would click on this PDF, which is the workbook in a PDF format, and then it will download to the computer. I'm not going to download it because I already have it on my computer, but you would say OK or save as, or whatever, wherever you would want this file to go. You store it in a place on your computer, and that belongs to you. Let me just open it up with Acrobat. You do need Acrobat Reader to be able to read this, but anyway, I'll give you an idea of what it looks like. Here's the actual training document. Table of contents, which matches the table of contents on the video. So you can see there's actually a picture of the screenshot that you actually see in the video. So whatever you're looking at in the video is in the workbook. So you could literally read the workbook on its own and follow along, and then you can watch the video, or you can do both, which is what I advise everybody to do, because some people are very visual. They like to see the visual representation of what's happening, and then some people like to read along. But I actually narrate the video, and that is really what the workbook is based on, is that narration process. So you can see that the workbook has got all the details in that you would want as you're learning about the lean principles. So this is exactly what you're going to see on the screen. So that's giving you some insights into what the workbook is like. Let me just move that out of the way, and then let's go back to the video. So again, I can unpin this and then click on that, and it'll go back to how it was. So that's giving you an idea of what the training is like. Let me just show you a bit more of the video. For money. So how do customers interpret the words value for money? Well, we can break value for money down into 4 critical customer needs. So anyway, that's what the Lean Awareness training is going to be like. The other thing that we do have is additional training sessions involved in each level. These other training modules are about what I call the soft skills. So for instance, Ladder of Inference is really looking at how we make decisions, and part of the decision-making process when we're gathering information, and how do we move to make a final decision about something. Some of us are very methodical about that, and we collect a lot of data. Some of us actually jump to conclusions, and really that's what Ladder of Inference is really talking about. It's giving you an idea of why and how people do that, and really what the best way of dealing with decision making is. Johari window is a process that's looking at different personality types, because when you get involved in a lean program or a lean process, you're working with different types of personalities. Some of those people are going to be easy to work with, some of them are not going to be so easy to work with, but you have to be able to fit in and work with everybody. You can't just have a team full of people that you like, because it doesn't work that way. Life, unfortunately, brings around challenging people and challenging situations. So we have to be able to deal with that. And how do we do it? Well, Johari window helps us to understand what that is. The Creating Change in Any Business, Part 1 and Part 2, is really looking at exactly what it says. How do you create change, and how does that affect people? And then what do you do in order to facilitate change? Because change has to be managed in any organization. You can't just let it happen on its own. It just doesn't happen that way. Change requires a cultural shift within an organization. So in order to get that, you have to plan for that change, and there are certain things that you have to do. And that's what those 2 parts are talking about. So this whole level 1 training is really giving you the idea of how do you start to move towards implementing change throughout the organization, because you may want to change your process, but how do you change people, and how do you change the way they think? Because that's really the core of any level of change within an organization. You can't improve a process without improving the way that people think about it, and that's why this is incorporated into the training. So let me go to the level 2 training and give you an idea of what the Lean Practitioner training is about. Now, Lean Practitioner has got 27 different training modules, and in those modules we'll go through the 10-step model, which is a model that I've put together over years of experience within the Lean field. Step 1 is strategy deployment, and you have all these different trainings that you can see here. First one is an actual discussion where I introduce it. You can view that. You click this and it opens a window, and that will play that video. As you can close this, and that's what happens. Now the other links, the actual trainings themselves, the training modules that are referenced in the Lean stuff, is actually the same as the one I showed you before. So it opens up in a window. You've got a nice play symbol there. You click the play symbol, and again you can just go back. So you can scroll down all of these. There is also a demonstration of a 10-step lean assessment that we do, and then there's value stream mapping workplace organizations. So you can go through the 10 steps, and there are training materials for each of these modules that are in each of the steps. And then finally at the end of it, there's a case study that I put together that's based on an actual company that I work with, and it shows you how I applied this information to really show them what they needed to do to improve their organization. I called it Who Cares About Lean Principles, because it's really important that people should care about it, because it's a necessary part of improvement and innovation within any organization for them to move with the times. And then finally, you've got the Lean Practitioner Certification Exam. I've got an introduction to that, and then it tells you what you need to do to take the exam, and then we set you up to take the exam, and that's literally what this whole process is about. We're leading towards a final exam, and once you do the exam and you do the exercises at the end of each step, I should have said that earlier, you've got exercises at the end of each of these steps, and what I ask for is to have those completed and then send examples to me so that I really get that you understand what the information is talking about. Once I receive those, we go over them, I give you some feedback, show you if you get it right, if you understood it, and then you move on to the next step. And that's literally how this training works. So it's not only just you watching the videos, you actually get to interact with me, and you are able to pick my brains from the experience over the years that I've been working in this business. So it's not only just learning from videos, you're also being mentored as you go through the process. And I just wanted you to know that. Now, some people like to be left alone. They don't like to get involved in the mentoring side of it, which is okay too. We'll set that up in the initial conversation that we have as you purchase the training, and that's left to every individual. So it's there. What this training is really covering, the Lean Awareness training, the level 1, covers what I would typically teach in a day. It's between like a 4 to 6 hour class. That would be typical of what I would teach during that period of time to a group of people. The level 2, the Lean Practitioner, is what I would teach over a 5 business days or a 40-hour period, and that's giving you an idea of what this training really does. So if you do all the exercises and you go through each of these training modules and then you take the exam, that's equivalent to 40 hours of training. And that's one of the core parts of this. Now, one of the things that's really good about this training, particularly with it being online, is that you get 24/7 access to it. And you get this for 12 months from the date of purchase. Now, all of the documentation, the support documents, and everything that you download from the online system is yours to keep, and you have those. The only thing we don't allow people to download is the actual videos themselves, and this is why we embed the pictures into the workbooks so that you get the screenshots, but you get access to those videos for 12 months. Also, if we do any improvements, like we update or upgrade anything, you also get access to that too. So you get the latest and greatest. So one of the things we often do is people take the training and then we tell them to come back on a regular basis and check out the training, because there's always new modules that are being added as we get requested for those by different people. Because we work on 3 levels, which is Lean Practitioner in Manufacturing, Lean Practitioner in Administration, Lean Practitioner in Healthcare, then what we would do at that point, we would inform everybody that there's new training modules available, or we've made a change to some of the training modules as we've updated them, and then they'd get that information and be able to come back and do the training. There's no additional charge for that. It's all part of the 12-month access that we give you. Your free training is always available. That never ends. So that's one of the things that people really like. There's no rush to get the training done. Plus they come back and get everything that's being updated and added to it after they've completed their training. The other good thing about it is that you can do this training anywhere where you've got a computer and an internet connection. And that can be either at work, it can be at home, it can be wherever it's beneficial to you. Now, the only difference is how you organize those connections if you needed to go through a mentoring process that I would need to do that. A lot of the times I'm working with people, it's primarily through email, but I do connect with people through phone, Skype, or some other medium such as GoToMeeting or something like that, where we would go through a particular issue. Say, for instance, you're having a problem with step 1, part 1, strategy deployment part 1, then what I would do is I'd actually go through the training with you and give you some explanations about something that maybe you didn't understand. That's exactly what I would do with any person that purchases the training. All right, I think I've given you a really good overview. What we can do is log out. And now I'm logged out of the system. As you can see, I can log into the system. That's showing you around the website and exactly what's available. There are a lot of frequently asked questions. If you do need more information, anything about training, frequently asked questions, or website, or payment, or privacy policy for the organization that supports this website, anything you need is on this website, and you can always send us an email, use the contact form, and we'll get back to you usually within the day, 24 hours. We get back to people. We're pretty good about that because we like to keep people informed and we don't like to keep them hanging around. So I thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope it's been informative. I'd love to get your feedback. Send me an email through the contact form and let me know what you thought, if it was helpful. And if there's any questions you have about the training, feel free to do that too. Okay, thank you. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. It's important to me to know that you're getting a good example of what's for offer on this website. Because without that, you don't know what I can offer, and I don't know what you want. So together, we can actually try to make this a win-win situation. If you move on and go forward and decide to purchase the training on this website, I guarantee that I will over-deliver every time. It's not just about money for me, it's about the passion and the commitment to know that I will spend my time making sure that you understand the principles that I've put together on this website, and they're all based on standard lean, practical knowledge and experience that you can use anywhere. So it's not like I'm teaching something strange here. It's exactly the same as anybody else would teach, but I've just put it together in a very simple model that makes it easy to follow and understand so that you know exactly how it should work or when you shouldn't do certain things. So again, thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I look forward to hearing from you soon and welcoming you back to the website. Enjoy your lean journey.